Hey, good people. How everybody been? Just fine with me on my end. All right, I'm gonna show y'all another one. It's called a fruit juice smoothie pound cake. And y'all hanging there with me on this cake now. All right, let's go for it. Let's take this stroll for it. Now let's kick off with a fourth of lime juice. And then we're gonna come with our green goodness fruit juice smoothie. We're gonna pour about a half cup of fruit juice smoothie into our mix. With this cake, you will be getting a little bit of nutrients with a whole lot of goodness. Okay, we have our yogurt, our 6-ounce package of yogurt. We will be pouring all of it into the mix. And pour all of it into the mix. Shake, 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 shake. This cake would be good for starting off on, say like you want to watch what you're eating or whatever. Okay, we have some clear vanilla here. We're gonna put that into the mix. I'm gonna place 2 teaspoons of that. And also, we have cake batter to give our cake a cakey-like taste. I'm going to put a teaspoon of cake batter into the mix. We do want to know that this is a cake. Okay. And then we're going to stir it all in. Stir it in real good. Yeah, this would be a good idea if you want to try to merge into watching what you eat. This would be a good kickoff start if you're heavy on sweets. You can start out on cakes like this. And we're going to go with a fourth of cooking oil. We're going to add that in too. And stir it in real well. Even though we know it's not going to mix, it's oil. Okay, then we're going to come with our batter. Start it off with our 3 sticks of salted soft butter, room temperature butter. We're going to come with 2 cups and 3/4 of sugar, or either you could come with 2 cups and a half of sugar if you desire so. And we're going to start it off like we would our pound cakes. And we're going to continue this cycle for 10 minutes. We're going to continue it for 10 minutes until we get a buttercream texture. Okay, we got that buttercream texture. We got it going here. Now here I come. I'm going to clean my bowl real well. You know, we got to start watching our weight a little bit, you guys. I'm not insinuating that I'm going on a diet or anything, but we do need to watch our weight. And that's to the people that have a weight problem like me. So Here we go. We're going to go with the 6 eggs. I'm going to place one of those eggs in first, and we're going to do all of them separately. We're going to place those eggs in separately. Place our second egg. This cake was more like a surprise to me because I was so surprised at the way that it came out. I was thinking that I was going to a third egg. I was thinking that I was going to taste more like a vitamin taste, or, you know, kind of like a, yeah, like a vitamin taste. But this cake really surprised me, you all. It turned out to be quite what I didn't expect it to be. It was good, but I'm not going to let y'all know that until the end of the video, how it really tastes, okay? I'm going to let you all know that. Okay, we come with our other eggs. Did y'all keep count of those eggs going in there? You got to keep count of them. Y'all know I talk a lot. Y'all know I talk too much. Miss V, you got to stop all that talking now. You got to stay on track, Miss V. Okay, I take it that was the 4th egg, and this is the 5th egg. If we can do our subtracting, can we subtract? Can we add and subtract? Okay, that is our 5th egg. Miss V, if you just shut up, maybe we'll know how many eggs went in there. Okay, y'all see it's getting that fluffy texture to it. All right, placing the leg egg in. Okay, we're gonna say it's the last egg. I was trying to say the last egg. We're just gonna put our legs into the mix, I guess. Okay, now we're going to our next step. I have my flour here. I do not have no salt, but I do have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and it is cake flour, and it has been sifted 1 time. And I'm going to divide the first portion into it, and then I'm going to stir it in instead of blending it in with the blender. I'm stirring it in. We're going to stir it in. Clean the bowl while we do so. And we're going to put a little bit more flour into the mix because we're trying to break it down to where I do not have to have many portions to put in. It is not going to hurt because I'm not working with the mixer. But if you want to add your liquids right after that, it's okay to do so too. So now here I come with my liquid. We're going to add a half portion of our liquid in. Okay, we're going to stir it in, all in with the flour. And it is not going to hurt because we are mixing this with our hands once again. And I thank you subscribers so much for watching and viewing this channel. Thank my viewers for watching this channel also. I want to thank you all for sharing. Okay, here I come with my last portion of the flour, which would be the total of the cake batter. Okay, what I'm going to do now that I got it mixed up, I'm going to pour half into another pan. half of our mix into another pan. We're going to separate it. It's going to be half and half. Okay, now that we've done that, we are going to move on to our next step. Okay, I have half there and half in this pan. Okay, what I'm going to do with this pan here of batter, I'm going to put green coloring into it. And at your average amount of drops, I would say I at least ended up placing 20 drops of color into this mix. This cake would be good for parties, throwing parties. If you want to be different, want your cake to be different, it'll be good for that. And you know, like occasion parties. And here I come again with a little bit more mix of coloring. If you don't want to put coloring into your mix, you do not have to put coloring into this cake. I just did it to try something different. If you're allergic to color or what have you, feel free to not put it in. Okay, well, here we come with my tube pan and my Baker's Joy. And spread real good. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to proportion out my cake, 2 different cake batters. Starting out with my green batter. Here I come with my plain batter. And no matter how much of that green goodness fruit juice smoothie I put in there, it did not turn our cake mix green. It did not. Okay, we're going to place the other portion of the green down. Put a little bit more in. Then we're going to kind of swivel it together and swirl it together with my cake spatula. I'm twisting it around as I go. And if you choose to do it with an object that's different or more pointier, you can use a knife or the end of a spoon or fork to swirl your mix up. Now here I come again. I'm going to layer it again with my green and my regular batter. And you can do this how you so choose to do so. You do not have to really actually halfen it up. You can just put, if you don't want as much coloring in it, just don't put as much batter to the, don't separate as much batter. Just use a very little batter. And now I'm swirling it up with a fork this time because it is more easier to do with a fork. Do not go deep to the bottom when you're swirling. You don't want to disturb the oil that is on the tube pan. You don't want to disturb that. You don't want to mix that in with your batter because your cake would end up sticking to the pan. So try to avoid touching the tube pan, period, when you're doing this. Okay, here we are. We're going to place it into the oven at 350 degrees for at least 45 minutes to an hour until the cake is toothpick clean. Okay, here we are with 3.5 cups of powdered sugar and a tablespoon of melted butter. And we're also coming with clear vanilla, 1/4 of clear vanilla. And we're also coming with, I would give it to the most. I ended up placing about a tablespoon of lime juice into it. A tablespoon of lime juice. And if you so desire to have that lemon lime taste, also do a tablespoon. No, I would say do a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of lemon lime if you care to do so. And when you do that, you do not have to add as much milk. But right now I am placing my milk proportionally into this mix. And in order to do that, to get your texture right for your icing, you have to proportionally place your milk into the mix. Your liquids, period. So we're going to proportionally place it in little by little until we gain the texture that we're looking for to place on our cake. And if you run out of milk, just get a little bit more. So right now I have about 2 tablespoons of milk because this is quite a bit of powdered sugar. Okay, I've broken it down to where I want it. This is how I want my icing. Some call it glaze, but it's a little bit thicker, so I call it icing. Okay, we're gonna halfen this up as well, like we did our batter. And yes, you can also place a 1/4 of salt into, you can also place it into the icing. It does set off a difference. I'm gonna place a few drops of green food coloring until you get the desired green that you want. It don't have to be like what I have going here. It can be the desired green that you want. Or if you don't want any green at all, you can just keep your white icing. And if you don't want icing, period, you can eat it like it is. No icing. So you have so many choices when it comes to this cake. Okay, we have our 2 different color icings. And then we have here the cake that is done. Okay, it is ready. We're gonna get it out of our pan. Okay, here we go, y'all. It's trying to come out of there. It's doing good. We're gonna leave it. Yeah, we're gonna leave it bottom side up this time. I usually have my cakes upside right, but we're gonna do bottom side up this time. When I like the icing to set in it, I like to place it bottom side up. Okay, y'all notice the differences that I have on the cake, the green and the brown portions of the cake. Okay. Yeah, try not to come out the pan, didn't it, you guys? So we coming with the icing. Coming with the icing. We'll place the white icing on first. And what we're going to do once we get this white icing on, we are going to let it set for just, I would say about 10 minutes. Give it about 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to let it set like this. And then we're going to come with our second. We're going to come with our green. We're going to come with our green icing. And I'm starting on the edges first, you all. I kind of wanted to pour, but it really didn't do the way that I wanted it to do. Y'all know I'm not a professional. But I try to get better as I go. Okay. We're going to try this again. Okay. Try it again. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go on and follow it out. And I'm just going to go ahead on and place the icing, place that icing, there we go, all over the top. And here we are, we're giving it a try. We'll cut into this cake. And let's see what we have. What do we have, Inspirators? What do we have? All right, it looks good. It looks good. What a design, what a design, what a design. You want something different? Y'all can try this cake. Try this cake if you want a little something different. You want to go out on the edge a little bit? Try this beautiful little cake. And it's moist too, you all. I tried it. I'm just letting you know. I'm so excited about it. It's moist. And it has a sour Jolly Ranchers taste mixed with a Sprite. It's like a Sprite drink and a Jolly Ranchers candy cake. That's what kind of cake this tastes like. But this is your fruit smoothie cake. And it is great. Smoothie doesn't mean dietary. It just means nutrients. But anyway, I would like to thank you guys once again for taking a stroll just to see how everything goes when living with V.